Drenok, how are you feeling about this match? After Jason's performance in the last series.
He's looking pretty strong, and it's going to be fun to see him versus HuK, especially on the map Ruins of Ceres, because, of course, they're both phenomenal players, HuK and Jason. Ruins of Ceres, and give them a time to shine where we haven't had any maps on this yet, or pardon me, games on this, and generally, Ruins of Ceres, you can see that macro game where it does come down a lot more to control and how they take engagements.
Yes. Sorry. But here we do have our players. Spawning in the top right corner, it is our blue Terran player from Cloud, or why do I always mess
Cosmic
this up?
Cloud Militia. It is Jason.
And it's right there.
Take us in, Tempo.
And our other player in the bottom right corner, I hope I don't mess his one up. He's representing Evil Geniuses. Give it up for HuK.
I'm now very curious if you can remove a clan tag, because, oh no, yeah, you can. If you go into your clan, you can have the clan tag on or off. Because Jason doesn't have a clan tag, but he's got the Cosmic Cloud Militia. He's a devious feller.
Wow.
Of course, these spawn positions will lend themselves a little bit more to air style for Protoss, Warp Prism, or Stargate A drops, or for, Terran just drops, But for now, Jason will scout HuK a little bit quicker, and with the natural base being what Jason will scout first, he may easily be able to scout it and pull back, and HuK will never know where he is.
Indeed. I think he might just go in, check for that second pylon, but it is a 4-player map, and it's very risky to go for that kind of proxy play unless you know exactly where your opponent is going to be spawning. But HuK is a player, I feel like he likes his ground army a bit more, so I wouldn't be surprised if we could see, an adept heavy opener out of him, or, pretty much blink stalkers or something like that. But you never know, man. You never know, right?
Yeah, it's very variable, and what I love about Protoss in Legacy of the Void is with the Twilight Council, you can go Blink, go Resonating Glaives, you can even get Charge. And all of it is more of a style. It's not, well, how do you counter this? Which I feel like it very much was in Heart of the Swarm and Wings of Liberty. That's even how I got into basic StarCraft strategy. How do you counter this? What unit counters it? But it's not quite that simple. What counters what counters this? But it's not quite as simple now, and I enjoyed that. But both players now have nice scouts on each other, and looks like for HuK, that probe, the probe's not going to throw down any pylons. I think it's just going to hang around because the Reaper of Jason will clean it up while HuK is opening up to Adept into Jason's. Ooh, does he have a sneaky engineering bay just for a quick missile turret to stay safe?
Yeah, I think it is mainly to be safe. HuK is gonna be going for the Stargate. It is not proxied, by the way. He's just gonna be going for it. The positions do favor this kind of play, so perhaps we will see that Oracle come out. But I think Jason will be ready for it yeah, he's getting a missile turret up already. You mentioned that he did get that engineering bay relatively quickly, and he might even skip out on the engineering bay, or rather the missile turret at the natural, and just rally his Marines over there instead. So I don't see the Oracle doing too much, but remember, Legacy of the Void is really cool. Oracle's not only that kind of harassing unit, they got that Revelation to keep track of the army, they got the Stasis Ward in order to kind of slow a push down that you may be expecting.
Cool.
So yeah.
Stasis Ward, really I've seen it used to the fullest potential on Ruins of Ceres. It's a bigger map, but you could use it on any map. I feel like it just sometimes plays like, it's a big map, might as well use some Stasis Wards, but for now, the Adepts are going to hit that natural base, and the Marines are going to be forced to commit into the natural, but only be a missile turret in the main and a Widowmine in the main. But as you said, Tempo, I think he's going to be overly prepared. That is Jason. For the Oracle, HuK tries to send. The Adepts are going to try to shade in again, but we should have a supply depot up, etc. And for now, both players, or at least Jason, is going to be airtight. Looks like very, very defensive. But HuK, he's got a completely other agenda going on. He's got a gateway warping in, and that's an aggressive gateway. And he's going all ham. He is the whole HuK. The whole HuK's right here. The whole ham.
He is going for the Phoenixes right now. If the Cyclone did come out of Jason, which I don't believe it did, he would have been able to pick it up with that Phoenix as he does this push, but this is really cool. He's waiting. He's waiting for the medevac. Oh, but it's going to be a Viking. And going to the safety of that turret, the Viking will. Wow. What kind of pushes? What the heck is going to happen here, Drenok? I mean, there is I guess there is a bunker, but it's kind of far back.
Yeah, Jason does have a nice defense. He's got a lot of tools right here, but as you said, a little bit of far back, and he may just be pulled apart. Now, this one Phoenix has to be very careful, especially with a Viking roaming the skies and Adepts on the ground. The only anti-air, the only thing to save that Phoenix is the, of course, other Phoenixes. But now Adepts are accumulating. Do we have a Twilight Council? The answer is no. So there's no Resonating Glaive, no upgrades for HuK with these Adepts. They're going to be bare bones Adepts, and as you said it, Tempo, I think that bunker is just a little too far back.
That third command center is going to need to get finished. But if that SCV gets... Oh, my God. It will get picked up. And if HuK makes his push now, that will never finish. And that is 400 minerals. That could be an army. The Adepts are inside of the mineral line. That is a lot of bio, though. But the... Oh, Phoenixes. Here they come.
Vikings are keeping the SCVs back.
What the heck?
Interesting. The Vikings were actually keeping the SCVs back, so with that Viking being pulled up, it actually helped the SCVs get into a better position, try to get an angle. There are no Marines in that bunker. Finally, they will repopulate into that. The Adepts shade out into the natural. Siege tank in the main is still alive. There's actually just only one siege tank. Phoenix could pick it up, but for now, the natural is kind of held. That third CC is providing a wall, but the supply depot in the main is going to be left down. And the Reapers, or pardon me, Adepts, make their way right into the main.
Yep, and now there are more units coming from HuK at the natural. The siege tank is trying to hold it down, but the SCV, rather the Viking, is going to get picked up. This is crazy damage here out of HuK. Targeting down workers right now? Or no, he's going for the Marines, it looks like.
Right now it is 39 probes to 33 SCVs. Jason is doing a remarkable job defending. HuK is doing damage, but gotta remember, Jason is that third CC. It's only a few seconds away. Finally, it's on its way. There's the GG, though. With the final units being killed, HuK takes game 1 of this best of 3.
Very dominant kind of play there, you know? Really bullying play, almost, like.
We're seeing HuK go back to the 4 gates. Simply, it's 3 gates at home, 1 gate out.
Sure, why not, right? Get some Phoenixes out, take out those really threatening units, and then target down workers. It didn't look like he was going for a third behind it either, so he kind of just was like, I think I'm going to kill you here no matter what. And it wasn't like he opened up with an Oracle, killed a bunch of workers, and then followed it up. I think it was just like a build saying, I hope this works, and it did. You know, like...
Yeah.
I think it was really nice out of HuK to do that kind of play. Third base of Jason just never worked.
Adepts even with that or Adepts even with the nerf are very rough for that. But here we are on the game 2 will be Alrena and ZVP or excuse me TVP on Alrena. That's going to be an interesting one. I'm not actually sure really what the meta is for Terran. I'm seeing this every once in a while more and more kind of just meld into the meta, and I'm very curious which player chose Alrena as it. I'm presuming Ruins was HuK, because he loves doing that on Ruins, so.
Yeah. Alright, well, we haven't seen any real, like, crazy one-base play out of Jason yet, have we? Or did we see it? I'm trying to think now. Have we seen, like, 1-1-1 out of Jason yet, or?
We've not seen 1-1. That last game kind of could be considered 1-1-1. You did have 1 Rax, 1 like Star for 1 Factory, but it was not a 1 base all. And I've not seen Jason execute plays like that. And honestly, on a map like this, you can make that happen. But I've never really seen a Terran do that. I've seen 2 base Hellion, seen Hellbat Liberator pushes were really scary early on in Legacy of the Void on Alrena. But we've seen that kind of fall out of the meta because here we are on Alrena in the top left-hand corner. From the Cosmic Cloud Militia, the Blue Terran, it is Jason.
And his opponent in the bottom left, up by 1, representing that sexy orange. Give it up for Evil Genius's HuK.
HuK is looking so dang strong. Even if Jason did choose this as his map, I feel like he definitely have the edge here. But you know, it's all up to what does Jason see. Last game, I felt like he almost could have held on. He had a third CC, he could have capitalized off of that and taken a very strong economy from there. But for now, HuK moves across the map, says hello to the SCV of Jason. Gonna keep moving across, and Jason opens up with the Reaper fast expand again. And as you were saying, maybe not even a 1-1-1. Like, could you straight up 3x Reaper right here?
I mean, the way that you 3x Reaper is that you obviously need to do as much damage as you can before the Mothership Core comes out, and Also, before there's a decent amount of adepts out. So I don't know if it is a smart idea to do it. I think Central Protocol is a bit better because it is a 4-player slash 3-player map. And you have that cliff that you can jump right into. Arena, it's a short distance, but it's not the best Reaper map. You know what I mean? Like, it's short, but it's not like amazing for Reapers. I think it's better for like kind of pushes where you're trying to choke your opponent out at their natural. If you want to go for some kind of aggressive one-base play, as opposed to just trying to like, okay, I'm gonna be in your main and you can't defend it because I'm jumping up and down. It doesn't seem like there are that many avenues to do that.
Yeah, there's not that much surface area to be able to jump into the main, but still it's kind of a cool thing you could execute for all around. It's something your opponent would not quite expect, but we do have early scouts from both players, so they're not going to be able to execute too much that another player will not expect. HuK, with a pretty standard play, moves into Stargate, which will be pretty standard, as I mentioned. Void Ray, every once in a while, I'll see come into fruition on this map. And for Jason's quick natural, and looks like off the back of that, he moves into a quick second Rax to stay safe, get some bio at that natural against Adepts, and then a quick factory.
Yeah, gotta advance that tech as best as he can. Adept is gonna get denied here. He might cancel the shade, and yeah, he will do that immediately. Get that Adept out of there, and remember, Jason is still on 1 gas, so either we will see a medevac, or rather a starport come here, but not like a Banshee. But I think we might see a very fast 3rd command center if he doesn't put that tech, or at least invest too much into it.
And no, that's what we've seen Jason like to do. He does like that more macro style, and he doesn't necessarily go for the really aggressive builds, even if he postures himself and starts himself off with an aggressive build in nature, kind of what he wants to execute. But for now, he's defended well. He's got a bunker. Hopefully he'll have a Widowmine on the main. He does not have a missile turret. Honestly, you got to assume that it's going to be a Oracle in the main. That's just what you assume.
But look at the rally point of the factory. Is this going to be in time? The Oracle is on the way. It's a very short distance, but oh my god, there are no Marines here to clean it up. I think it one-shots it though. He needs to burrow it.
It's gonna hang right. It looks like it hangs right, but it won't commit in. As you said, it could just go around. The Marines need to be here to do something about it, but it's going to stay a second. Wait, and now it moves into the natural, I guess hoping for a move out, but we'll just get an ideal scout.
Fairly smart by HuK, by the way, you know? Like, he knows that Jason will probably, like, prepare for it. And the way that he's been very patient and careful with his Oracle, and he's going to use it as a supplement for his Adepts. Holy crap, he's going to wait. He's like, what? Double Adept, or rather double Oracle here.
Double Oracle, that's a lot of DPS right there. A little bit of micro will be incredibly important, but now what? I mean, how many Marines do we have left? We have 5 Marines. These 2 Oracles do have to wait up a little bit of time, but in the meantime, they will ransack mineral lines.
Top 3 control,
they have to pull back
in.
Yeah, top 3 control going in right there. Adepts and Zealot are going to have to pull back from that natural base, but 2 Oracles are incredibly potent, and honestly, every once in a while, I'll see like 3-4 Oracles. They can pretty much be this AoE substitute. For a little while in Heart of the Swarm, instead of Colossus, there's every once in a while that player is like, yeah, go Mass Oracle. Yeah, I'll go Mass Pulsar Beam. Yeah.
It's Mystery. Have you ever watched Mystery from China?
I have not.
He'll make like 7 Oracles and be like, yo, let's go.
I totally thought you meant a movie, and I was like, I think it's the Vegas name for a movie. That's definitely what it would be called in China. It's some like a huge. It's this cult class. I gotta think. It's like a Sherlock Holmes. Instead of calling like Sherlock Holmes, the Hounds of Baskerville, it's like Mystery. This is Mystery. The bunker is going to be enough to keep back the Oracles from doing the ideal damage they'd want to. In total, HuK has only accrued 5-6 worker kills. SCVs are being pulled, so these Adepts have a chance at a little bit more worker kill. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, he hasn't done that much damage. HuK has not done that much damage. This is a continual 2-base push.
He did. Like, you're right, actually. It wasn't
that
great. Right?
He hasn't killed that much, but with the continual 2-base push, it's just providing him more and more footholds. He's lost SCVs he can pull. He doesn't have as many Marines, and it's a very, very gradual beat to death for Jason.
Yeah, this is annoying to deal with. The Adepts cannot break the bunker, but they can kill the SCVs that are repairing it. He said, hey, thanks for stacking up for me to make it easier to target you. And Jason is down to 27 workers. HuK is at 48. The follow-up will be Tempest, which is a very interesting choice, but on Arena, he's going to be able to use that map.
It could work, yeah, man. That's got some potential.
He will chip away at Jason until he just wants to take the spoon that HuK is killing him with and just pretty much choke himself with it.
Spoon choking yourself with this. This is gruesome. That's more like mystery. It's man killed with spoon mystery. That's what it's called in China when it's got a nice translation back and forth. But for now, the adepts are in the middle. At least they can hold the bridge for a little while. Pylons can't hold the bridge with what an overcharges too. But you got Tempests, which I mean, I almost does he want to show he has Tempests tempo?
I would assume that
does.
oh well, yep, there he goes. He realizes the economic damage that he's done so far. He can pick off one of those medevacs if he goes close enough. But it looks like he is going to hang back for now, realizing that if he chills back and lets Jason attack into him, he should be at an advantage.
Two Tempests are doing a lot of damage, killing Marines, not allowing any anti-air to get over that bridge. The two Widowmines could potentially do a lot of damage. Zealots are pushing back the medevacs. The medevacs have to fall back, but just a note, Jason does have a third CC. He's flying it out, but he's at 30 SCVs to 48 probes. They're even with Meewolves, but he's hurting on economy. Even though he didn't take the worst damage, he's still in a precarious position. More racks are being added on, and once these Phoenixes, or pardon me, Tempests, don't have to worry about the front part, they don't have to worry about this bridge, they can mosey on over into the main base of Jason and just start raining down chaos.
Yep, I think that HuK is in a pretty comfortable position here, and Jason has managed to secure his third base, but the Tempests are what I worry about, like you said. Like, what is HuK actually going to do with them? It's like a cute move, but he's not. Yeah. He needs to actually.
This is a cute move. I presumed, as you were mentioning, to hang out in the main, use Revelation to spot something, and then start sieging it into the main base. But he is being very careful, holding it back. You got to remember, he's only got 4 Zealots right now. He doesn't have that many Adepts, and all of his income is going into these Tempests. Yeah, he's got to be very careful. Look, he's going to be able to focus down one medevac, maybe even a second. Barely doesn't kill one of those, survives on 2 health, but with this kind of pushing back and forth, it has allowed him to secure a third base. That is Jason of defending these pushes, but now HuK moves in across the map. There's a decent amount of Vikings. There's the Revelation, and the Tempests now can shoot farther than their vision. They will be able to start shooting these Vikings. At the same time, though, there's a small bio ball on the right-hand side of Jason, a counterattack moving into HuK's third, but I think there's not quite enough here for HuK to defend. HuK's going to have to make a decision. Does he pull back? And the decision is yes, while the Vikings pursue.
Wow. Well, the Zealots are going to try to at least get that distance closed on the Marines, but it looks like the Tempests are going to come home. But I think the crazy part of this all is the fact that HuK is continuing to make Tempest, right? Like, he's got a taste of that Tempest, and he's like, I just need more. I need more. I can't stop.
I need more.
It's like Pringles,
Always
man.
happens to me. Need more. It's like Pringles. I think it's like Doritos. Let's be honest.
No,
like
once you pop,
not
the
you
fun
and
don't
your.
stop.
I haven't eaten Snickers once you pop. Fun don't stop. Yeah. Once you take the papa, yeah, you can't, can't really tell what fun is, what fun isn't. Everything's fun basically once you have.
They kind of look like Pringles, right? I mean, I don't know, not really, I guess, but anyway. It does look like HuK has a really
What
nice...
do you do for fun, Tempo? What do you do?
I don't eat them. I just pop them, and then I unpop them, and then I put them back in the can, and share my wealth with underprivileged kids in the inner city. So, hey,
good, Tempo. That's good. You can become Mr. America. You should have a Mr. America.
I want to be the guy on the Pringles can with that badass mustache is what I want to be.
Badass mustache? I'm down with badass mustache. I mean, there's not enough bio here. It's like Tempest per bio, it's 1 for 1. The Tempest is like, hey, what's up? My name is Tempest.
HuK is crazy, man. He is making a bunch of Tempests, and he's trying to go ahead and deal with
it. Gotta get careful.
I don't think it's enough. Yeah.
I don't think it's enough, but he still has to be very wary about Widowmines, which bring Tempests low. They do not have their shields, and Vikings, when they are reinforcing, can come in a very awkward position that can let Jason achieve a surround. HuK, though, all his Tempests are here, and that means that there's only a whole bunch of Adepts at home to defend. There's actually ample opportunity to defend at home.
Yeah, with the Mothership core, with the Photon Overcharge, it should be good.
Gotta worry.
The way that HuK is going to be chipping away. Alright, well, let's see what he can get done here, Drenok. It looks like here comes the bio, scanning first. They're going to target down one pylon. It is going to go down. The second pylon gets overcharged, but I don't think it's going to be enough DPS. It is too fast. The DPS of the bio is just way too much. But is the DPS of the Oracle is going to be even better?
But our Tempest's too strong. Looks like it. Could you even call this hashtag Roddy build? The medevacs go down. You can't retreat from
Yeah,
this Inferno.
it does seem like a Roddy build,
This is
doesn't
a
it,
12
Jonah?
Tempest Inferno. There it goes down. Roddy says his builds aren't good though. Like there's, I remember bringing this up to you one time. You remember last BlizzCon? I can't remember who it was, but it was in the grand finals, and he did on Dash and Terminal Proxy Tempest.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like,
SOS,
Roddy. It literally went to the analytical desk, and the Vikings are getting strung. I don't. What word was that? Strung? They're getting destroyed right here. They're getting right on top of them. They can get a couple of kills, but no. GG, well played. HuK 2-0. However, Roddy with SOS, they literally go to the analytical desk while they were doing it. Like, Roddy,